What's your nationality, King? What would you say? What would you say your nationality is according to the Bible? According to what God called you? What you think God called you? Did God call you a black man? Did God call you a African American? Salaki.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. We Hebrews, right? But what type of Hebrews? Because I mean, if you want to get technical, the so-called white man is a Hebrew too. That's right. That's right. That's right. Okay, so brother Noah a little something, right? All praise to the Most High, right? But okay, you know you an Israelite, right? I'm assuming.
So I won't get off with that. Yeah, we want to decide. I feel like I know what side we're from, but like you said, some of us is, some of us is, some of us is.
Oh well, Israel is just the name of the nation. Somebody give me Genesis chapter 30.
So you saying this? Yeah. So I see what you're saying. You're trying to say like we all under me.
Yeah. Well, not everybody.
But that's what I was saying.
No, not everybody. But somebody give me Genesis chapter Genesis chapter 32 or 24.
Bring it out.
Because I think the book of
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32 and verse 24.
Bring it out.
And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched and hollowed his thigh.
Right, so Jacob is wrestling, right? And the man touched the hollow of his thigh. He put his thigh joint out of place. Read on.
And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and he wrestled with him. And he said, "Let me go."
Right. So the angel said, "Let me go." Right.
For the day breaketh, and he said, "I would not let thee go."
Jacob said, "Hey, nah, nope." Right? He said, "Nah, no." He said, "Nah, I ain't letting you go." Jacob was giving him the business. Right. Read on.
Except thou bless me.
Except thou bless me. Read on.
And he said unto him, "What is thy name?"
As he said, "What's your name?" Read on.
And he said, "Jacob."
He said, "Jacob. My name is Jacob." Read on.
And he said, "Thy name shall be called no more Jacob,
Thy name shall be no more called Jacob, but what?
but Israel."
What?
But Israel.
Israel. That's kind. Hebrews. That's right.
For as a prince hast thou power with God.
For as a prince thou has power with the Most High God. So we, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, are descendants of this man.
That's right.
Whose name was Jacob, which was changed to Israel. So as Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we all Israelites. But yeah, that's what I meant when I said, you feel me, are you an Israelite? Because you an Israelite.
That's right.
You feel me? But now you was talking about the tribes, like specifically what tribe we from.
Yeah.
Now, bring this up. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Judah, thou art he whom thy brethren shall praise. So it said, Judah, thou art thy brothers shall praise. Right? Meaning the other tribes, hey, they all look to us at the end of the day. Right? Why you think all this stuff is predominantly, it's happening to the so-called Hispanics and Native Americans also, right? But who's the main focus on? Us.
That's right.
Whom thy brethren shall praise, thy hand shall be in the neck of thine enemies. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. Why? Because Judah is so-called top tribe. Right? Why? Because that's where who the world calls Jesus was a descendant from. Somebody give me Hebrews 7 and 14. He came from the tribe of Judah.
That's right.
Judah is a lion's whelp. From the prey, my son, thou art gone up. He stooped down. He couched as a lion and as an old lion. Who shall rouse him up? Right, he said, as an old lion, who shall rouse him up, man? And that's the state that our people are in.
That's right.
Right? We a lion that, you feel me, an old lion, he's not getting ready to go down and chase down gazelles and stuff like that, man. An old lion, he's staying in the pack and he chilling, man. That's how our people are. We sleep, man. Right? It takes so much for our people to get, riled up, man. Right? Read on. The scepter shall not depart from Judah. guess what? We still the kings on the earth, man.
That's right.
You know?
Nor a lawgiver from between his feet until Shiloh come, and unto him shall the gathering of the people be.
That's talking about who the world calls Jesus. Talking about the coming of him, right? That's all I want on that.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 7 and verse 14.
Read out.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah,
That's right.
of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Right? So, Yahushua, which is his real name, because he was a Hebrew man, Yahushua was from the tribe of Judah. Based off of multiple other different scriptures and the curses that was put upon each tribe, we know that the so-called African Americans will be from the tribe of Judah. So, brother, would you consider your father a so-called African American? What's your father? Well, I mean, well, we know what we really are, but what would he be considered?
You know, it just depends on who you're talking to. So if you're talking to America, you know.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, what would America call them though?
You know, they would call us Negro. You know,
So I'm saying your father though. Yeah, what's your father?
What do they consider?
Yeah. Like I said, we know who we are, but I'm saying, okay, yeah. So you would be from the tribe of Judah then, King? Because earlier you said you kind of really don't know. You feel me? What tribe you would necessarily be from?
Well, now I got a more specific idea. See, I be building on independence. You know what I mean? Because see, I don't.
Somebody give me Zephaniah 2 and 1. Somebody give me Genesis 49 and 1.
We all going towards the same end, though. You feel me? So you know, when you start talking etymology and who is the black man legally, like some of us when we was kidnapped, we was religious. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. That's true.
Known as. That's true. And the metaphor beside their name. So that's why I know some of us here for a fact.
For a fact. I completely agree with you. I mean, like I said, hey.
That's why, like I said, it's a lot of nuance to it, but like you said, we've been scattered to the end.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's why I ain't gonna knock the Hebrews, I ain't gonna knock the nation, I ain't gonna knock, you know, we all trying to construct what we destroyed.
That's right. That's right. The Levites would be the so-called Haitians today, like you talking about. So whoever the Haitians are, they would be considered the Levites according to the Bible.
Now how serious or how, I guess, factual do you feel like those classifications are as far as like you were saying, like the Haitians and Levites? You know what I'm saying? But all of us being scattered.
God, give me Genesis 49. Hold on, first. Somebody give me Genesis 49, and I believe verse 7. Somebody, let me see it.
Talking about verse 1.
Now, real quick. Now, I say that they're about as accurate as they can be, because, like I said, each tribe has a specific prophecy and curse put upon them that we can go by and say, okay, who does this sound like? Just like you said, huh? Oh, it's through. No, it's spread out from Genesis, Numbers, a little bit in Deuteronomy. Just like how we know we the Israelites based off of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse Deuteronomy 28:15 on down.
That's right.
That don't fit the so-called white man.
Right.
Yeah, right. So the same way we can find out that we Israelites based off of clues, just like it tell you in Deuteronomy 28:46, there shall be for a sign and a wonder upon our seed and generation forever. That's the same way we can figure out as close as we can to who the tribes are. Right?
My independent coming a little bit outside of that's how I agree with a lot of things. Because I'm going from a historical standpoint.
We can go historical too, and I'm gonna show you something.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 48 and verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren.
Right now, Simeon would be the so-called Dominicans, right? And Levi would be the so-called Haitians. Let me show you how accurate this is.
Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations.
Right? Instruments of cruelty are in their habitations. I don't know if you know how they get down over there in the Dominicans and the Haitians. Yeah, hey, first of all, real quick, they literally got themselves out of the hands of their oppressors down there. They literally led one of the largest revolts in the history of mankind.
Right.
I think they the only successful slavery.
Right, they literally freed themselves. Right, and still to this day they walking around with machetes, man, cutting people's head off, all types of stuff, man. Yeah, for real.
O my soul, come not thou into their secret, and unto their assembly. Mine honor be not thou united.
He said what?
Mine honor be not thou united.
He said, my honor be not thou united. Now this is Israel, whose name is Jacob, but it was changed to Israel, literally talking about all his sons. And what happened was, the reason he told them to not be thou united is because they literally, two men, Simeon and Levi, went into a whole city and slew everybody there. Because a heathen had defiled their sister. So two men went into a whole village and killed everybody there. Right? So he said they cannot be united because they too dangerous. Just like you said, hey, they get down. So when they together, it's bad. You feel me? Read on.
For in their anger they slew a man.
In their anger they slew a man. Read on.
And in their self-will they dig down a wall. Cursed be their anger, for it was fierce.
It said, cursed be their anger because it was fierce.
And their wrath, for it was cruel. I will divide them in Jacob. I will divide them in Jacob.
So they literally have to be divided from one another. Read on.
And scatter them in Israel. Judah, now.
That's all I want on that. Now the point is, they literally divided. Now, if you ask any Haitian, or you ask any Dominican, vice versa, if you ask a Haitian, and I know some Haitians because I work with some, if Dominicans, immediately their answer is going to be hell no. No. They hate each other. Whole time they brethren. But they hate. We had a sister come up here, I can't remember if it was last Sabbath or 2 Sabbaths ago, and she was a Haitian. And I asked her the same question. She said, nah. You feel me? Why? Because that curse, the Most High, he had to separate them. So now they cannot dwell in unity unless it's with the spirit and power of the Most High God, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and they up here doing the will of the Lord. Right? But other than that, you're not going to see a Haitian and a Dominican dwelling together. Not too much. Right? Yeah, that's right. Even if you go to, you know, they always say, you know, a little saying, we the same people, is just we had different ports that we would sit to. You feel me? But you do have some people who would probably consider themselves Judah, who might be a Levi. You feel me? You might have some people who consider themselves Judah, but they might be, right, a Gadite whole time. Right? So it'll all get figured out in the end. Right. It'll all get figured out and sorted out in the end. Right? But as far and as close as we can get to it, that's where we get to it. Right.
So my question for you, so any literature, because I think I had tried to get a book that was called The Black. You want to say, put on my head that I should check.
You ever read Babylon the Timbuktu?
Nah, I read the 2 Babylons.
The 2 Babylons? Yeah, you should read Babylon the Timbuktu. That's a good book. Yep, that right there. It's by Rudolph A. Windsor. Or Rudolph R. Windsor.
I never read it though.
Yeah, good book. Good book that literally goes into, now you gotta read it with wisdom. You know, you gotta read it, you gotta read it with wisdom, but it goes and talks about how, because you know you got a lot of people that say we from Africa. Yeah. But really we from Israel. Somebody give me Galatians chapter somebody give me Galatians, I believe it's 4 and 26. Oh, come on, most definitely. Yeah. Good book, man. They got a lot of history in it. A lot of history about how other religions was actually put together. Like they talk about Islam and literally how Islam was literally put together.
Yeah, I heard somebody say that it's I heard somebody, I can't think of the name of the book, but they was talking about it's manufactured by the Catholic Church.
Yeah, right. So bring this out real quick. 26.
How old is that book?
You said how old is it? I don't want to put a number on it because I don't know for a fact. You feel me? So I can't really tell you that.
This is the book.
26.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, in verse 26.
Bring it out.
But Jerusalem,
Jerusalem, which is in Israel,
which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
straight like that, plain upon tables, which is the mother of us all, right? Jerusalem is where we from.
That's right.
Right, at the end of the day. Not now people try to say, oh, the motherland is Africa. Hey, according to the scriptures, hey, Jerusalem is. And if you actually do the history on it, because I know you say sometimes you like to go with history and outside the Bible too, but you get down with the Bible too, right? Though, yeah. But you like to go outside. Here's some food for thought. The oldest city that and actually the so-called white man say this too. Like, this is his saying. The oldest city that they know of is which was found, which they say dates back to over 6,000 years ago. Is one of them is the land of Uz, and then actually the oldest one that they say is the land of Jericho, and both of those are in Israel. So that means civilization has to start where? In Israel.
Yeah, it's pretty close. I agree with some of that. Yeah, because even the colony, some that say it was a part of Egypt, which it was all the nation.
So you feel me? We descend from Israel was my point. A lot of people try to say, oh, we from Africa, we from this, we from that. Really, we come from Israel.
Somebody, yeah, appreciate it.
Oh, no, yeah, I can hold those. Oh, yeah, bring that up.
It's the book of Zephaniah.
Now, first I want to ask you this question before I bring this out. Now, you said you kind of do it individually, right?
As far as like or you mean like the nation?
No, I'm saying like, because I just heard you say something about like, you basically on your own.
Yeah, because you gotta be careful, you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely, I agree with you 100%.
A lot of, especially Christianity, got so many sects.
This is the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
It's the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
Gather yourselves together.
The Lord say,
Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired.
We gotta gather ourselves together in these last days, right? We can't be individualites, right? I understand what you're saying, and that's smart to a certain degree, but the Lord said we gotta gather ourselves together, right? We don't.
Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you.
Right, so we got to gather ourselves together before that great day comes, man.
That's right.
Right, because we want to be with brothers, right? Right, yeah, that's right. It is coming. Now, to another point that you said, because you said hey, you got to kind of be careful. Completely agree with you, King, because you do, because everybody not, I ain't got to say it.
this is the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6 and verse 7.
Bring it out.
If thou wouldest get a friend, if thou wouldest get a friend,
The Lord said, look, if thou get us a friend, and that could mean, you feel me, a lady, you feel me, that could be talking about trying to do it with brothers, like we're talking about right now, you know?
prove him first.
The Lord said,
Prove him first.
you gotta prove that, brother. Hey, you gotta prove us.
Right.
You feel me? Don't just, you feel me, take everything I'm telling you just because, you feel me, it seemed like I know a lot. Nah, hey, prove me. You feel me, you know?
And be not hasty to credit him.
Don't be hasty to credit something.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion.
Some people, hey, they friends for their own benefit. Hey, that's in the world.
And will not abide in the day of thy trouble. And there is a friend who being turned to enmity and strife will discover thy reproach.
The point is, you feel me, hey, prove brothers. Right. You feel me? Like I said that because you said, hey, everybody ain't, you feel me? And I completely agree with that.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 133 and verse 1. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity.
Hey, how good and pleasant is it for the brethren to dwell together in unity, man. That's beautiful.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 and verse 9. Two are better than one. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. Or if they fall, the one will lift his fellow, will lift up his fellows.
Hey, so if one fall, hey, so brother, if you fall, hey, if you around brethren or you got brethren with you, hey, some brothers will be able to, you know you ain't supposed to be doing that. You feel me? Yeah, exactly. You feel me? They'll hold you accountable, you know?
But woe to him that is alone. But woe to him that is alone.
The Lord said destruction, right? To the man that is alone, you know?
When he falleth, for he have not another to help him up.
That brother ain't gonna have nobody there to, right his wrongs, man. You feel me? Lord willing, every Saturday here at the Circle or somewhere throughout the city, but most likely here at the Circle. We got oh yeah, you got a flyer. You got a flyer. Yeah, we got at the bottom it's YouTube channels, and we got contact information on there too, an email that you can hit up.
No, I'm good unless you want to.
Yeah, most definitely, King. Shalom, King. Shalom.
Stay solid.
Yeah, stay safe out here, King. Right? So all praise to the Most High. Ain't no word going out. Right? All praise to the Most High, man.